as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pricks the conscience very quickly and sharply. Okay. So certainly a fantastic avenue for a great editorial and one that literally wakes us up.
This is our society,
right?
And it will take me and you. That's why I always watch Johnnie's Bite.
The general watches Johnnie's Bite
every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
What he seeks to do is to bring attention to some of the ills or some of the problems that we have. And even though it's often very spicy, I was telling him that he could add some ketchup on the side.
Oh, you should add some ketchup. It's too hot for you, eh?
Too hot.
I don't get surprised when people criticize you. But I think you are doing a good job.
Thank you, sir.
And don't at all think about what people will say. Continue with the objective work that you are doing. And definitely it will help this nation. Because you are not doing it for yourself. But you are, what Ghanaians cannot say is what you are saying.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnnie can give you.
No.
You no get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying, that the pressure Johnnie and his people, the pressure they can give you, you no get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbanallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnnie's Bites. Juma Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. I want to advertise to you cocoa dairy-free coconut milk. It's absolutely great. You should taste it. Chill it, taste it. It's good for cooking, good for baking, good to have it on the go. It's good for every member of the family. Lactose-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, cholesterol-free, GMO-free, allergy-free, soya-free, gluten-free. It's good for vegetarians. And it's good for sports people, pregnant women, lactating mothers, people who have sickle cell, anemia, patients, toddlers, everybody, especially the elderly as well, those who have been told to stay away from sugar. Comes in 5 different variants, but we have 4 here now. A cocoa super, cocoa barista, cocoa unsweetened, cocoa original. Just make your choice. It's available across the country. Malcolm shops, Ennis Chemist shops, Opoku Trading, Edum, Kumasi, Sanctus, Cape Coast, Bachana Total, and all supermarkets. You can just pick your phone now, please, and call them 027-444-0180. That's 027-444-0180. Visit the Facebook page, Cocoa Dairy Free GH, and get something special. Support them because they are pushing our energies to speak truth to power and tell the world the truth. Now, today is International Youth Day. Ideally, I should be very, very excited because I'm a young person as well. I'm a youth, so I should be excited. I should be very, very happy. But I am disturbed. I'm disturbed because it will be another stream of speeches, and then we'll go back to sleep. And I've always asked the question how, as a country, we've been able to organize our young people in the churches, within the political parties, but on a general level, if you decide that these are the young people of our country, I don't see proper organization for them. So the Anglicans have the Anglican Young People's Association, AYPA, of which I'm a staunch member. There's a Catholic youth organization. There's the Young People's Guild in the Presbyterian Church. Every single church that I know, including even within the Islamic sect, they have a grouping of young people, well organized. I grew up as a Boy Scout, and I am a proud captain of the National Cadet Corps presently. So I deal with a lot of young people. And this morning I understand that there's going to be an event under the auspices of the National Youth Authority, somewhere up the mountains, the Lighthouse Chapel, the Kodesh area, and we are going to honor the President of the Republic. The young people are going to honor the President of the Republic. That's good. It's the NYA's own thing that they want to do. That's fine. But the conversation now is that as of the last count, we saw how much of our population was young people. And I've always bemoaned the situation where we seem to have created a certain appetite for old people. Yesterday when I told our Greek minister that we seem to have an appetite for old people and that most of our farm holders are old people, he asked me to define who an old person is. It tells you the kind of mood and temperature at the top. That there are definitions, UN definition. The cabinet minister is asking me what is my definition of an old person. Of course, I thought it was a rhetorical question, so I didn't answer, because if I had answered, maybe my answer would have been found to be offensive. But as a country, I don't think that we have paid attention to the young people of this country. And you see, the political parties have been so smart that they have divided the young people along the lines of NDC and MPP. So you find young people today, even when we are talking about unpaid teachers, you are talking about teacher training allowance, you are talking about nursing training allowance, you are talking about NAPCO, you are talking about NSS, you are talking about YEA, you are talking about youth in afforestation, you are talking about all those different modules over time that have been created, engage young people, and told young people that we will provide hope and respite for you. When you start talking about it, you find a division. NDC foot soldiers here, MPP foot soldiers here. And I felt very sad when young people within the MPP, they asked for a reshuffle. The president retorted and told them, you are either unemployed or you are hoping to destabilize my government, with their mouth. What is the president's age? And the last time I was doing an analysis with people, what's the president's age? The president is almost 80. He's almost 20 years away from 100. The president is older than Ghana. What is Mr. Yaosafo Mafo's age? What is Mr. Hakman Owusu-Agyemang's age? What is our chief of staff's age? What is the age of our Greek minister? What is the age of our health minister? What is the age of our roads minister? Do the tabulation. Yet you have young people in this country. And I'm saying that when it comes to issues of youth, I'm passionate about it because it doesn't matter whether you are NDC, you are MPP, CPP, PPP, whatever it is. The issues of young people and the direction and focus that young people must have. I want us to ponder over it today on International Youth Day. You are a young person. You have completed your degree. You have done your national service and distinguished yourself. But your country cannot find you jobs. And since 2020, you have been told that there's going to be something called a youth bank or youth start that you are supposed to be plugging into, and you are being pushed into entrepreneurship and you are being encouraged to be an entrepreneur. But the facilities that you need as an entrepreneur, even to take the risk, and to try and create a business, take advantage of the opportunities, and to make a return and to employ others, it's not there. So you find that you're a young person, energetic, and then the conditions around you in your own country seems to weigh you down every single day. The other day, there were some NAPCO beneficiaries here who came to have a chat with Bella. One of them, who could be at the same age with Bella, or perhaps even older, called her Ma on TV. Yes, I was scandalized. I told the guys at the back end, you are calling your age mate Ma because you have been unemployed for a very, very long time. You have begged for 20 cedis for a very, very long time. You have been hungry for a long time. You have been avoiding your landlord for a long time. You can't pay your electricity bills. You can't pay your water bills. You can't pay transport. You can't even give offering in church. So when you come and meet somebody who is working, who's a bit well-to-do, you call them Ma and Da. That's why you have young pastors walking around and people are calling, oh, he's my dad, he's my dad. He's not your father. Don't you know your father? Don't you know your father? And it is those same people who will now gather around politicians, tied to their apron strings, and forget that they are young people. How old was Dr. Kwame Nkrumah when he decided that things must change in this country? How old was Professor Buzia? The people that we mentioned. How old was Mr. Kofi Bako? The people that we mention in our history books, the people that we eulogize, the people that we talk about. How old was President Kufuor when he became a deputy minister? We need to wise up. And then we have the old people calling him, he's a boy. And then you even put it in, I've seen some applications that have come around here and they say, I'm a boy of 31 years old. At 31, you're not a boy. You are a man. When you cross 18, you're an adult, full adult. That's why you queue to vote. So I need to reorient your mind today. You are a full adult. So don't let the situations around you weigh you down and make you think as if, I'm not asking you to go and disrespect anybody. No. But you cannot continue complaining about the situation that you think that the old people have put us through, and I'm not anti-age because we'll all grow at some point. But when you are finished doing your part, you bow out and allow a transition for young people to come in. How is it that somebody has served in a civil service office for 30 years of their life? Then after the 30 years, they stay at the top, stagnated, and refuse to move out and keep asking for contract extensions. 2 years, it dies. Another 2 years, it dies. Another 2 years. While there's a young officer who's just come from the university with a master's degree, has entered and should have a progression up there like they did 30 years ago when they were given entry, and then they progress steadily. Go and check our civil service. They are there plenty. Check our security services. They are there plenty. So what is the motivation for young people to climb up and aspire for greater hope? That's what I want you to think about. The focus should not just be about you being interested in shouting slogans. Today is International Youth Day. Do you feel in charge as a young person in this country? Do you feel loved as a young person in this country? Do you think that the country itself has a plan for you as a young person? Because when people who have grown past 80, 70, 60, some 90, they tell you about the yesteryears, and they tell you how as young people they had opportunity. They tell you young pioneers, they tell you this, they were volunteering, and because they had certain services that were made available to them. Some of them went to school for free. They had breakfast, lunch, and supper plus snack, and constantly on Wednesdays they had full dinner. Today we can't even find money to feed our youngsters. They tell you about the good old days. In 20, 30 years, when our own good old days will come as young people, what will be the story that will tell those who have come after us? And there are the saddle boys say, others have labored and we share their glorious exploits and add to their gain. Those who come after may take up the story. May it be worthy of singing again. What is your worthy story? So this morning as a young person, I want to reorient your mind. And I want you to ask the National Youth Authority, what direction are we going? Because go to the National Youth Authority, for example. Check the number of groups and associations that have been registered under the National Youth Authority. And ask a very simple question. Whatever allocation they get, what do they use it for to the benefit of the young people? Unemployment rate keeps rising. Young people are being told to get into entrepreneurship. The banks are not giving them the facilities. So their ideas are in their bellies. And they are roaming around drinking spots. It's a shame. We live in a country where we're told that the payroll is choked. Yet, some persons are sneaking their people in. And then those who want to go through the process cannot find the jobs. You doubt it? Check the security service recruitment. Sometimes you can have a queue, let's say from TV3, all the way to Kaneshi. People wanting to serve their nation after they have paid 100 cedis to buy form. The same form that we were told will be free. Elsewhere, when you say you want to serve your nation, it is free. Nobody charges you. Here, we collect your money knowing full well that we are charging 840 people or 84,000 people as the immigration service once upon a time did. And then we know what slots is available. They would argue that, yes, I mean, we need to spread it so that we get the best, yada, 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 yada. If people come and apply and you don't give them the job, you give them back their money. Because you are not supposed to be a profit-making entity. So this morning, I'm awakening your mind as a young person. When the conversation drops and it concerns young people, take it and own it. For those of you who they have succeeded in splitting you on the side of NDC and MPP, and you don't see eye to eye, that's your own cup of tea. Those you support, they have back channel conversations. They come and onto the front and make you believe they are fighting. They are friends, oh. They meet and greet, they meet and eat, they meet and chill. So you need to be smart. And you need to start demanding for what is right and what is yours. You need to start demanding for it. Don't be violent. Ask the questions. You have an MCE, walk to his office. You have a sub-metro, walk to the office. You have a member of parliament, walk to their office. Ask them questions. We need to, as young people, stop being timid. And we need to start asking questions. Today is an International Youth Day. We will celebrate again. Ministry of Youth and Sports. They are more interested in sports. And even that is Black Stars. Because if it had not been so, the athletes who had gone all the way, a certain person who is paid with our money, who is supposed to go and tell people that, oh, person A will not be running for us anymore, swap that person with person B. They didn't do that, but this month it will end. They will collect their salaries. They will collect their salaries. The nya that they did us out there, they will come back and collect salary. Nobody will ask them any question. We'll complain to finish because the young people are quiet. The Ministry of Youth and Sports is just now tilted towards sports, and it's just football largely. They will come and say, oh, no, we are doing others for blah, 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 blah. What is the direction for the youth as a country? That's what I'm asking. And in the National Development Plan, how are we ensuring that there's great transition? Somebody has sat somewhere at a position for 30 solid years. They know that they are due for pension next year. There's a training program that will help the institution that they work within for the next 10 years. They know that when they come back, they will have to go home. But they are the ones who will put their names down that they are attending the conference and training abroad because of per diem and for whatever reason. When they come back, they are going home with the knowledge. So the institution remains same. Young people, you are watching. Somebody has been somewhere, and that is what they used to ask for contract extensions, because they'll say, oh, there's nobody here at this time to do this work, so it has to be me. If you have served your nation for 30 years, 20 years, 25 years, and you still need contract extension, you're a failure. And if you're a young person and you see that and you don't ask questions, you are equally a failure. Think on these things. Good morning.
We're going to